Hi everyone, Jason Newton here. We're just about finishing up our Map of the Month workshops, map making workshop series, and I believe this is the 10th video uh, devoted to this USA map that we've been working on. And you can see we've done a lot of work. We're almost to the end. This last video will just be some little finishing touches to the map. We talked about, how maps are have a lot of art involved with them, and I think that would be good to kind of point out some of those features. You can see we have a nice colorful border going around the map. We have a nice colorful title. Maybe you want to color our mascot, Professor Earthworm. He's lying on a pencil. I'm going to color that pencil in. And earthworms come in all colors, so you can decide how you want to color Professor Earthworm. Oh, let me set my timer. We want to go around 10 minutes. So. You can take as long as you want with Earthworm, but that's a fun thing to work on a little bit. I also want to finish up a little bit of the key that we still have a little bit of work to do on. If you notice, I have already colored in the capital symbol. We didn't add any additional cities to this map yet. That's something I think you can do going forward in the future with the help of your teacher, or you can do some research on your own. You can add some other major cities throughout the map. We have added some mountains. We added a bunch of rivers. I wanted to talk about the desert. There is a large desert in the southwest, in the west regions of this map. And you can see the symbol is just some little dots. And I kind of dotted the area where there's a large amount of desert, and you can see I kind of went up through California, all the way up through Nevada, a little bit into Oregon and Idaho, Utah, and back down into Arizona. And there's some other little desert areas too. You can do a little bit more research, but that's the largest area of desert. You can just give it a little speckly symbol like that. If you wanted to add a little color into it too, you could. But I'm going to talk about coloring the map in a minute also. There's different ways of coloring this map. We could just leave it just the way it is and add a little color to that desert maybe. But many times when you see a map, the states are all colored in individually. And I wanted to show you a map where we did that. If you look at this map, we've actually turned it into a large poster. But you can see how this map shows the state nicknames and the mottos. I chose to add that information to the map just for fun. Okay, you can see every state has here's the Keystone State. Our state of Rhode Island is called Ocean State, or sometimes Little Rhodey. But our nickname is Ocean State, and our motto is Hope. But can you see how I colored each state individually? And when I did that, I just want to make sure that you don't color over the letters. Leave a little white over the state names and the capital names. That's very important. If you start coloring over the state names, it's going to obscure the writing that you did. Another thing too that you can do, if you're happy with your labeling, if you're really all set with everything that you've labeled, you can take a black pencil or a pen and you can go over very carefully. You can kind of darken in the letters a little bit. I like to do that because it makes the words a little bit more visible. You have to do some steady work. You have to have a steady hand to trace each letter. But I think the end result is worth it because it really darkens in. You can see how you might have to do it with some of these smaller letters as well. But it's not that hard, and it's a good way to kind of make your labeling stand out a little bit better. And if you still have the shadow of the pencil behind that a little bit, you could very easily just take your eraser and get rid of that original pencil line. That way you won't have any double lines. You can see how. Okay, so that's a good way to kind of finish. Make sure the names really show up good. Okay, a little bit of work, but you could take your time and do it for all of the state names and capitals. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this map. I hope you enjoyed doing this map, and it's been a lot of work, but I hope little by little you've gotten to walk your way through it, and I'm sure your teacher will continue to use this map as you're studying more about different parts of the United States and different aspects of the United States. A map is a great tool to have when you're delving into different history or natural resources or whatever it is that your teacher wants to explore with you. So I just want to thank you, and I hope you had fun with that map. Thanks.